Can I get a The hype is here. DJ Flyer.
Ask if you stuck in the sand like a motherfucking star. Where the bad was at, I'm trying to smoke. Let's go. STG swear to God they don't want none. STD play with fire, I'ma bust on. Back to back and scat back doing show. Started out to get like one song. She eat up the two.
Can I get a
You're in the mix with DJ Fly High.
But girl, she talk them thing. But boy, you never drop that thing. But tell me up when you want something. You have to give the girl this ring, the seed. Baby, you burn like planting. Be your president and you can run the campaign. We popping just like a champagne. Cause you brown like you want it. And that's true. Anything girl you want to do, I'm ready to make you move. Put on your dancing shoe. Baby, you're my African queen. Finest thing I ever seen. Loving no be easy, but you make it so easy. You're my brown skin girl. Your skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I wouldn't trade you for anybody else. Say brown skin girl. Your skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I wouldn't trade you for anybody else. Like wow. Baby, you live in my head, gaga. Everything you come, I just got that. Baby, you don't give me no pass out. Let's pass out.
When you turn my way, I don't know what to say. I couldn't keep my eyes off you.
hype is here. DJ Flyer.
You know that I don't care. You know that I need you to come my way. You can come to my place. You've been with all these lanes, but none of them can't be me. I can be what you need. I promise that I won't leave. I'm drinking this Hennessy. I know that you into me. Put on your Fashion Nova. Girl, you can come on over. I'm picking you up in a whip, yeah. I'm taking you back to the crib, yeah. Girl, it's alright. You know you fine, won't you be mine? No way, you can't just stay one night. You leave, you know you on my mind. But when you turn my way, I don't know what to say. I couldn't keep my eyes off you, can't stay away. Forgive me.
Turn it up. Your DJ's about to go in. DJ Fly High.
Oh, baby. Spinning the whip, girl, you got me spiraling. Oh, no. Make way dance, make way jam for hour. We can't have call it love, no power. She got trust in the Lord strong tower, but she got junk in the trunk, cool now. Got me moving, I know I want. Tell her I need to put my eyes straight, cause you bust my way, I'm with to find out.
Your DJ's about to go in. DJ Fly High.
Funnest thing I ever seen. I see you shining from afar. It's like I'm living in a dream. Because you are my shooting star. And nobody comes close to you. Baby, you're the one, you're so beautiful. Watching how you move when you do your do. Makes your body feel confused. Baby, oh. If you say you want me, I can love you forever. Forever, yeah. Baby, oh. All my friends, they ask me, when will you be together? I just say, whenever. Baby, now the way that you talk and the things that you say, but they make I feel alright. And I got your vibe and it's
The hype is here. DJ Fly
Baby, now the way that you talk and the things that you say, but they make I feel alright. And I got your vibe anytime that I look in your face. Tell me why you look so fine. Baby girl, I see you. Wanna ride you like a bicycle. Now you they blow my mind from a mile or two. And I no go lie, you light up my day. And when she tell me my love, is you love, baby. She know when they Gucci bag or the penny. Yeah, she give me butterflies in my bed.
Sweet DJ.
And when she tell me my love, is you love, baby.
Turn it up. Turn up your dial. Your DJ's about to go in. DJ Fly High.
You are Messi, girl. You are Messi.
You want it? Well, you got it. Come on, you want some of this? You're in the mix with DJ Fly High.
Indeed, you're the best indeed. When I see you, I feel blessed indeed.
You want it? Well,
hype is here. DJ Fly
DJ Fly High.
Indeed, you're the best indeed. When I see you, I feel blessed indeed. Only you bring out the best in me. Loving you, it be my destiny. Oh no, I don't know if you love me like I do. Like they light my fire too.
I want you to be my love, is you love, baby. She don't only Gucci bag or the penny. Yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Oh Lord, I want you to tell me my love, is you love, baby. If I was shiny, baby, she go stay. Yeah, she give me butterflies in my belly. Oh Lord, your love is crazy, girl, your love is crazy. You are Messi, girl, you are Messi. All of them only really want to play me. But when me there with you, I realize your love is crazy. You are Messi, girl.
Oh, you know what it is. You know
Can I get
the most mixiest man out here. Motherfucker, fly high than this naive. Can I get a whole yeah for the one time? Hey yo, welcome back. Each and every Friday, StopTheCap podcast. Your boy, DJ fucking Fly High. You know the vibes. You know what time it is. I don't even have to explain myself even more to the matter. You know what it is. Episode motherfucking 30. Apologize for being late. Y'all know I don't like to be late for StopTheCap podcast, but I was writing down my skiffy diffy notes for today. As you can see, a whole lot of writing on notes today. Topic for today is very, 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 very simplistic. Very easy to talk about. Nothing too crazy, nothing too real. Once again, I want to shout out all my sponsors. Shout out to, motherfucking Reflex Radio. Shout out to Against the Grain. Shout out to motherfucking Fleet DJs and Fleet DJ Association. Appreciate everybody for my sponsorships. Now, I mean, there's a big shout out to that. Also, I want to say happy Friday to everybody, son. Happy motherfucking Friday, yo. Like, what's goody? What's the vibes? Like, talk to me, folks. Like, I know it's been a week since we've been here. I did last week's episode. So talk to me. Nah, I mean,
Stop the cap.
let's get into it. Let's get into the topic at hand. First and foremost, For those who are coming in, Stop the Cap podcast. What is Stop the Cap? Stop the Cap is basically we talk about real issue, real things. We also talk about music, but we try not to talk about the music franchise as much. Reason why I'm saying that, because I'm saving that for a rainy day. I'm going to be inviting artists left and right to pull up when I do Stop the Cap music edition. Big shout out to that. I did the very first little bit of it. I had my homie Young Overachiever in the building, so definitely big shout out to that. And now we're going to do basically today's episode. Let me just sit here and just share this real quick. Today's episode is basically, Simps versus Gentlemen. Reason why we're bringing that up today. Oh man, let's just say this. It's been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on, right? What I mean, a lot of stuff, I mean, it's bad out here. It's purely disgustingly bad, yo. Like, I never, ever thought that I would actually do an episode about this situation. I'm like, at first I was like, yo, I'm okay not talking about it, X, Y, and Z, but nah, this needs to be addressed. This needs to be known. Yo, so there's the biggest epidemic out here, and it's really affecting society, especially the way people date and the way people coexist, right? So here's the thing. This Simps versus Gentlemen situation has been going on since 1908. Yo, since 1908, this Simps versus generation bullshit has been started, right? So it's a situation like this. Back in 1908, literally and truthfully, men were starting to not be manly. They started to sit here and be a little too obsessed in the pussy and the coochie, if you know what I mean.
Stop the cap.
So what happened was, this culture been around. It was a slow situation culture. What I mean slow situation, I mean like hardly anybody knew about it. Very soon people would notice the whole your simp situation. You know what I mean? But because of today's society has made it where it is epidemic. And let me first and foremost, let me give you the definition of a simp, right? So a simp is someone who does way too much for a person they like. Simple layman's term, hoes before the bros.
Stop the cap.
Right, that's the Urban Dictionary layman's terms. But in the Webster Dictionary layman's terms, it's a man or a little boy who's facilitating a relationship that is false. Nah, man. So that's what the true definition of a simp is. A little boy who's trying to facilitate a relationship that's false. Nah, I mean, and this has been going on a while now, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not as bad as it is now. Now it's bad. Now this simp culture has taken over dating 101 to the point where it is legitly pathetic. I mean, super oompa loompa motherfucking pathetic. You have, it's bad enough, right? That I gotta turn on this light. That's why. Just give me a second. It's bad enough that we have sorry about that. Turn on the light. Make it a little, my type of flair.
Stop the cap.
But anyway, it's bad enough that the simp culture has gone to a pure bad epidemic. So 1 in 10 friends are a simp. 1 in 10. One out of 10. It's all stats right here. Why they are becoming simps? Because they're looking for female attention, not even the right female attention, to be more precise. They think, oh, maybe if I do this for her, she'll be interested in me. Oh, maybe if I sit here and send her money to get whatever she needs, she'll like me. No, nigga, you are being a fucking simp. You sitting up here, literally allowing this woman to play you. Then it's bad enough that the monogamous of females' mindset now these days, now women. I ain't gonna bash y'all, but some of y'all women are making it bad for other women. And it's bad enough that y'all are on this feminine height movement of, oh, I could do bad all by myself. I don't need a nigga, da 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 da. But if you want to get in layman's terms, you really want to go there, Bible speaking, the big old man above and those bright beautiful clouds above, know what I mean, basically said he made us man and woman. So why is this simp / feminine movement such a massive clusterfuck? And to answer your question, because it all started back in 1903, and it didn't really start until 1980. But it didn't really take a plague span until 2019. Come on now, facts. Come on now, chat. Oh, facts right here. All this stuff happened, and the crazy part is, women allowed it to happen. Men allowed it to happen because they don't check their homies. They don't check their homies. How you gonna sit there and have a homie and he's simping on? But I'll put it like this. Put a prime example. And it's gonna be a little bit of my background story. Prime example. And I didn't know what a simp was until I did all my research and all this stuff. So in high school, I pulled a simp move without really realizing that's how serious that bullshit situation is. So I'm explaining to y'all, right? So here's his situation. I'm in high school. This is back in 2011, 2012, something like that. 2011, 2012, one of those two, right? Me and the homie, I ain't gonna say names because I respect homies, even though we don't talk. I respect you. Know what I mean? Me and the homie basically pulled a wiki blind eye, right? If y'all know wiki blind eye in New York, that means that you ditch class, pull a wool over people's eyes, the wiki blind eye, right? So we pulled the wiki blind eye. I ain't gonna say on who or whatnot, on whose house we did it at. Now I mean, it's classified information.
Stop the cap.
So we did a wiki blind eye, right? Wiki blind eye. And the crazy part is, we were simping over the same female. Now, what happened was, she brought her homegirl. And her homegirl was like, nah, I'd rather just fuck your homie fly hype. So me and my homie both looked at each other, was like, well, so we simping over the same girl, but and yet you decide to pull the threesome. All right, cool.
Stop the cap.
Cool. No hard feelings. So, you know me, I left the crib, gave him the keys. He did his Doug Not Easy. I went to class early. He came in like 5th or 6th period, something like that, give or take. Wait, it was lunchtime. It was 12. Yeah, it was 5th. I recall 5th or 6th, 1, 2. Came at, and me and him both laughed at it. But now looking at it years later, it was like, yo, we was simping over the same chick. Just the difference is, you was light skin, I was dark skin. You had the golden cut. I didn't. I had to sit there and work to get her attention. All you had to do was just say one thing. But the crazy part about it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's more of the fact that we were both doing stuff for this girl. He was doing one thing, I was doing another. We didn't know. She was playing both sides of the fiddle. Cool. Whatever, want to play both sides of the fiddle happens. You know, people get the best of people. It's life. Know what I mean? There ain't no thing but chicken wing. But it's just a concept of, when you look back at it, this epidemic has been around. This plague has been around. This virus, this disease, whatever you want to call it, has been around. And it's been getting more and more frequently to the point, it's becoming more frequently to the point where it's starting to become an epidemic, like on God. The reason I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen, because think of it like this. You have dudes fighting over girls' attention out these days, doing the darn this weirdest thing, like prime example. I'm not gonna say names, not gonna call out people, nothing like that. Particular person I know, she has a guy who's simping over her, like, yeah, I'll buy you your nail, I'll take you to the nail shop, all this extra shit, right? But yet she's talking to an actual man, and she's telling him, like, yo, like, this guy's a simp, like, I can get anything off of him, like, it's pathetic. And to be honest with you, it shows that one that women will take advantage of a weak-minded man any day of the goddamn motherfucking week. I'm sorry, point blank. I don't care if person's tuning in. I didn't say your name respectfully. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? Secondly, honestly and truthfully, it's more of a personal thing. As a man, as a gentleman, as a black man, as a human being of a male species, you should not be sitting over here getting simped out like this, bro. Like, on some God. I gotta comment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's sit here and read it from Mr. Lone Wolf over on YouTube. It's just been around since the dawn of man. It's just never had a word for it. True. I mean, if you really think about the complexity of it, it has been around since the beginning of dawn. It has, but it hasn't really evolved until, literally and truthfully, 1908. Then, and back in 1980, that's when the movement started. 2019, we found out the word of a simp. And we're at 2023. This is what we're getting today. Now, here's the thing. Here's ways to not become simps. And the ways are unprompt favors, set boundaries, make yourself less available, stop seeking validations. And that's what's wrong with today's society of little ass boys. They want to seek validation out of everything they do, especially out of women. Like, I don't want to seek no validation out of no women. None. Why? Because the validation I want to seek is for myself. I want to know I did it for myself. Nah, I don't want to be like, oh, he did it. No. And that's what's wrong with today's generation. Today's generation is they are simping, trying to seek validation. And the darndest, weirdest places. I mean, the darndest, weirdest motherfucking places. Like, I don't, let's just say this. It's so sad that simping has been around since the crack of dawn, but it's so abundantly, narcotically frustrating. And I say narcotically frustrating because it's like a drug that is happening everywhere I look. I see a dude getting simped from a woman. I'm looking at him like, yo, like, for instance, OnlyFans.
StopTheCap.
OnlyFans, you simping over pussy on OnlyFans, bro? You could sat there, just hit those, type in PORN, Google search. That's all you gotta do. The fuck you simping over pussy for? But then again, there is an old saying, like, I ain't gonna say the old saying, but the saying is basically, once you go in, you never go out type shit. You know what I mean? Sorry, that was my alarm clock. I'm supposed to be DJing tonight, but I'm not DJing tonight. I took off tonight, and I even have it on my scheduled platform. Wow, that's crazy. But anyway, let's get back to it. I mean, be less chivalrous, and that's what's wrong with guys now these days. They try to be, oh, let me sit here, buy her a Birkin bag. Oh, I gotta sit here, spend money on her in order for her to like me. Listen, the women that I talk to, I don't spend not a goddamn dime on them. Why? Because the simple fact, I told them straight up, I'm not gonna spend money on you if we're not going to date. If we're not going to date, I'm not spending no money. Don't be sitting up here asking me, oh, I need money to get my nails done. Oh, I need money for Uber. Get a 9 to 5 like everybody else.
Stop the cap.
And you know what's great? That's what's wrong with women now these days. That's what's wrong with women now these days. Who be simping? They don't want no nigga that has a 9 to 5. They want that fast money life, that quick cash life. Like, come on, bro. Like, you doing that quick cash bullshit for what? For what? Just because of the fact that you don't want a 9 to 5 man. I mean, a 9 to 5 man, you think it's uncouth for you. I mean, what up, pops? How are you, cuz? How are you? Welcome in. Am I taking calls? No, I'm not taking calls tonight at all. It's gonna be a short night. I'm only gonna be on here for 45 minutes. Because we got work in the morning. Just a short Stop the Cap stream about simps versus gentlemen. If you have something to say, please go ahead and type it up, good brother. And welcome in. Now, here's the main. Now, let's get to the question. Why are women attracted to simps? That's the question of the day, chat. Why are women attracted to simps? We're going to sit here, take a quick music break while you answer that question. I'm your boy, DJ Fly High. This is Stop the Cap podcast. I mean, let's hit that music break, shall we?
I don't want nobody to give my matter. For this life I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. It's been too hard, but it's you. What do you want you? Everyday party. As I did not think I do, start to move like you smoke a la crew. Just they bounce with the groove. Look how they do. If you lose God, then go bounce with your boo. I can vouch for my crew. I'm telling you, and to they do lifestyle of a crew. Make you dance, look they look, then go they look, and say if it's not enough. If I do 99 good, go remain one. Don't know how to show you my love without fucking up. But I can buy you a new AP, straight from major land. Baby, trabaye, make you know they shall like it. I don't want nobody to give my matter. Like, for this life I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days, I want to spend them on enjoyment. It's been too long, but time is you. I need more of you. Everyday party. Do me like I take tramadol. Don't want to feel nothing at all. Feel like go juju calabar. Give me moral like I be bouncer. Paragon. Take me higher, don't want to land. Until now I don't understand the why. No matter what I do, it's not enough. If I do 99 good, it go remain. Don't know how to show you my love without fucking up. But I am faded. Just a shake it. Get the label. Baby, trabalhei, make you know they shalaye. I don't want nobody to give my matter like for this life I did. I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days. I want to spend them on enjoyment. Baby, trabalhei, make you know they shalaye. I don't want nobody to give my matter like for this life I did. I want to be celebrated. Don't wanna waste my days. I want to spend them on enjoyment. Spend 2 years under in the silver. Funny when I be everyday party.
Nah, we back. Like I said, I just wanted to play that quick song. We ain't gonna be here on long tonight. This ain't gonna be a normal Stop the Cat podcast. This is just something that needs to be addressed very, very seriously. We're gonna get into the questions momentarily. Hey yo, I'm your boy DJ Fly Hype. Let's get to it, man. So, Brother Wolf said, because of money and attention. And you are absolutely 1,000% totally right. Because they want money and attention. And now, since you brought that up, let's get into that part of the conversation. Like I said, if I go over the 40 minutes, I go over the 40 minutes. Nothing I can do. Okay, since Brother Wolf brought it up, why women are attracted to simps, answer is money and attention. Now, the average man. Now shout out to all my melanated kings and queens in the chat. This is going to be targeted for us right now. The average urban man makes about 40, 50K a year, right? The average, right? That's average, right? That's like college grad, tier at his level, got his education, all the shebang bang, 40, 50K a year. Average urban woman, 26 to 36K a year. Now, does that just sound discrimination a little bit because it's a 20K gap difference? Yes, there's always been a discrimination in women in the workforce. It's nothing new. That's just straight up, something that's always going to happen. Cool, granted. So you have to think of it like this: as the breadwinner in the family, you have to, if you're going to expect to date a woman of today's so-called bracket of caliber, you got to sit here and be like, okay, what can I offer this woman besides the fucking dingaling to the motherfucking slingaling, if you know what I mean? Because, like, first thing she gonna say is, oh, I need you to sit here and take me on a motherfucking trip. Oh, I need you to sit here and get me a fucking Birkin bag. Don't mind my country accent. It comes out when I talk about this shit. My country accent comes out dumb stupid when I talk about this shit. But back to the conversation. We are living in a stigmata type of a catastrophic level event. What I mean by a stigmata catastrophic level event, I mean that we are so men used to have a voice back in the day. We lost that voice because of this whole feminine movement that's been recently coming about. Now, I don't mind my woman my significant other to have a voice. I have no problem with that. But there's a difference between having a voice and just shutting the motherfucking up sometimes. This is why the ignorant women, the ignorant mindset, the ignorant ladies take advantage of the situation. They want to be like, oh, he gotta have money in order to date me, da da da. And it's crazy because it's like you're making it bad for the women that want to get married. Because put it to you like this: do you see any other culture, any other race struggling with marriage, struggling with relationships, struggling with finding a partner, struggling with the pros and cons of respecting one another? The answer to that, no, they're not. You want to know why they're not? Because they're fine. They have boundaries and morals already implanted in them by their families. Shout out to the ones who grow up with the families, and shout out to the ones who didn't grow up with the families. But just the concept of your actions speak louder than your words. So you're telling me that you want to be Miss Independent. You want to sit here and have 5 to 6 thousands upon thousands upon thousands of houses. I got a better example. This one just popped in my head because I just seen this clip recently. This woman pulled a simp move on a man. The man was not black. The man was white. The woman was black. Had a child with the man. The child was autistic. The child grandfather, who was a vet, shout out to him. You know, I salute my vets. Shout out to them. Took it upon himself to take care of his 3-year-old grandson. Where's the mother? Nowhere to be found. Living her life. $5,000 a month condo, traveling, doing this, doing that, doing all this crazy shit. Nowhere to be found. You telling me that you simped the man's son out of his money, got pregnant by him, then decided to dish the baby off to his grandpops, and now you owe back pay of 14 large because you didn't want to help out? It shows how fucked up a mindset of how women, disgusting women, they're not women, they're disgusting women taking advantage of an innocent bystanding man. And this is why the simp culture is getting to be a ridiculous conundrum, because you're now simping men into thinking that the child is theirs, into thinking that that's my, I'm gonna have a family, or whatever the case may be. Like, I've seen so many simp videos today of how women just how girls dog men out by simping them. It's ridiculous. This is one video, chat. I shit you not. This is one video I seen. That literally and truthfully, man got simped by this girl for 11 years. Well, I mean 11 years. Raised that child for 11 years. Took a DNA test and found out it wasn't his. How he found out it wasn't his? Because he went through his wife's phone, who he married 11 years at the time. Went through her phone one night and found out that she's been texting her friends saying, yo, I've been playing this sucker. He's a simp. All this extra shit for 11 years. That child is not his. That child was his best friend that I had that one night stand with when I met him. So you're simping a man to raise another man's child. Been doing it for 11 years strong. And then you have the audacity to say, why'd you went through my phone? I'm pissed off that you went through my phone. Like,
Stop the cap.
It's crazy how
No bullshit.
men are getting simp on a subatomic level that now, since we got technology to expose these women, these girls who are simping us, it's a big frickin' frat fight, because put it like this. Shorty simped the dude for 11 years, thinking it's his child, raising him for 11 years. Then go through the phone and find out it wasn't his child. The first thing come to mind out of respect is, get out my house. No, she want to make a big fuss about it. But how can you make a big fuss about something that you lied for 11 years straight? You sat there and told this man for 11 years that was his child. That's the biggest simp lie of them all. And it makes you wonder. It makes you really worry, like, hey, is this shit going to happen? I'm going to be the next simp. And that's why there's rules to get around not being simp. There's ways, don't do unprompt favors, set boundaries, make yourself less available, stop seeking validation. Don't seek validation. That's the biggest conundrum. Don't seek validation. Don't. Be less chivalrous. Now that whole be less chivalrous aspect come to play is the second part of what I'm getting at, is being a gentleman, being polite, familiar ways, referring to a man, simple, chivalrous, humility, humbleness. How can you not be chivalrous? It's hard to not be chivalrous when you're trying to talk to a woman, when you're so used to it, but at the same time, girls are simping guys left and right. And fellas, yes, I'm talking to your black fellas right now. Y'all black fellas need to get it together. Stop letting these women simp y'all, son. You see the red flags. I don't understand why y'all want pussy so bad. If pussy is so much on your mind, hit DJ Fly Hype up. Come to wherever party or strip club I'm DJing at, and I got you with the pussy, because guaranteed it's gonna be a one night stand, and you ain't gotta worry about dumb shit. Don't. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I'm just keeping it real, yo. Like, it's a crazy situation. And why are simps in the black community? Why are there so many simps in the black community and any other race? Why? Because it's the girls. They don't want to sit here working 9 to 5. I've seen videos of where girls say, I'm a simp this guy because I don't want to sit here and pay my bills. I'm a simp this guy and help make him do all the work for me. No, it's this generation of females are becoming lazy. And it's to the point where the simping process is like their way of getting over. It's like, I don't want to do the work. I'm just a simple guy. I'll show him my titties and ass and he'll whoop, fall for me. Nah, like, fuck that shit. You got that shit all types of fucked up. Expecting a god. No. And that's what's wrong with today's society. That's what's wrong with today's society. Especially with the dudes. You're sitting up here literally being bums for pussy that's not gonna come your way, because 9 times out of 10 she's looking validation from a rich man. She's not looking validation from you poor nigga. If you being a poor nigga and doing some shit, she's gonna sit there and be like, okay, cool. Bitch wants her a rich man that she ain't gotta do much. She'll have a simp toy on the side and all. Like it's so crazy. And I'm gonna say this, that this world that we are in, ladies and gentlemen, especially for us melanin kings, we have to wake up, yo. We got to wake up, because we are literally about to be the next Stone Age away from, like, imagine having an actual confrontation about this. Like, what I mean by actually having a confrontation, I put it to you like this, right? Imagine this goes to this decidedly goes to the Supreme Court. Decides to go to the Supreme Court, right? What if this goes to the Supreme Court to the point where simping becomes a crime law, right? Then you have basically all the women that used to simp trying to sit here and worry, oh, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that, all of this extra stuff, right? Think about it. What if simping becomes a law, but you can't simp for God? A guy has to be him. You know how fucked up the women, the so-called women's rights movement will act. They'll be like, oh, da da da, but you're taking advantage of a man. You sat there and lied to this man for 11 years. You sat there and told this man, oh, I'm not talking to anybody. You sat there and told this man, oh, I didn't fuck nobody else. Like, it's bad enough that girls lie on the regular, but trying to simp and lie?
Stop the cap.
It's just a whole nother ball game. And I'm gonna show you an example of simping. I'm gonna show you an example of simps, right? These are some of my saved videos, right? This is today's women mindset of simping, right? Just listen. I'm gonna share it. Share screen real quick. All right. Okay. So we're gonna play this back quick.
A woman happy.
Money. Spend a check.
Money.
Take me to fucking Paris.
Money.
Drop that bag.
Money.
Money. Money. Money. His pockets gotta be real fat.
How do you make a woman happy?
Money. Spend a check.
Money.
Take me to fucking Paris.
Money.
Drop that bag.
Money.
Money. Money. Money. His pockets gotta be real fat.
How do you make a woman happy?
Money. Spend a check.
Money.
Take me to fucking Paris.
Money.
This is how they simp guys now these days. This is the new generation of simping. And he just went around and asked simple question: how to make a woman happy. That's how to make a woman happy, just money. So you're telling me that you care about a man's pocket more than his value, what he brings to you. So you're telling me that if a man sits here and doesn't give you money, you're going to the next dude just to simp off of?
Stop the cap.
Do you know how dumb and stupid and naive that sounds? But then again, it's like the volume speaks for itself. Look who's saying it though.
How do you make a woman happy?
Money. Spend a check.
Money.
Take me to fucking Paris.
Money.
You bet, like you only saw one light-skinned person.
Drop that bag.
Money.
Money. Money. Money. His pockets gotta be real fat.
How do you make a
Black. It's the biggest. The Black urban community have the biggest simp rate in the world. I'm talking about 63 to almost 73% of men getting simped by women, and that's a big number, but it's the goddamn motherfucking truth, yo. And like I said, I got notes for days. I've written all my notes down and shit like that. It's sad and disgusting to see that literally, I'm not capping. And it's disgusting to know that this, what happens to flowers who don't get the proper vitamins that they needed. Hence what I mean. This is what happens to when you sit here and try to grow a culture, and it's crazy. Nah, man, like it's real crazy. You gotta realize this, chat, that I don't care if some women who aren't simp gets mad at this. I really don't care. This message are for the homegirls around you that are simping guys. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Oh God, stop the cap.
No bullshit.
Like I'm just saying, like it's just yo. It's just all I gotta say to the matter. Sheesh kebab to the naps kebab, because bro, one of these days a man is not gonna like being simped, and that's the reason why you have to think why some of these home domestic violence cases be happening. Some of them are not because of a guy putting his hands on a woman, just because some of them are really awful of a female simping a dude. And now, granted, it's not the correct and functional way to handle a situation. It's not the correct and functional way to handle a situation. Although it's not right to be simped out. It's not right to be lied to. It's not right to I'm sorry if this cuts off, I apologize. If my lights cuts off, I apologize. It's not okay. It's not. And it's weird to know that we're in a world where this is a norm. This is an everyday norm. This is something that it just happens. It just happens on a regular. And sad to say, is it going to continue to happen? Absolutely. Will it stop happening? Will it ever stop? That's the $1 million question that we all would like to know. That's the $1 million question we all would like to fucking know. And that's just straight up real. That's straight up real. And I will tell you the difference between a simp and a gentleman. Before we get on out of here, another definition. A simp is a sucker idolizing over pussy, being a little bitch, while a man is a leader. And that's basically pretty much it. But chat, like, honestly, do you honestly think that this simp and gentleman curse is going to continue? Are we going to sit here and like, you know, have the next big pandemic, or is it, you know, all I know is, chat, this shit's real out here. This shit's fucking real. This shit is fucking real, you know. but I did overstay my welcome. I am your boy DJ Fly Hype. Stop the Cat podcast each and every Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to midnight. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. I'm gonna get up on out of here. I'll be back next Friday, 10 p.m. sharp. I won't be late. And conversation for next week is continuation of previous week, music, mental health, part 2. We're going to have a few people from the medical board. Hopefully, if I have it pre-recorded. We're going to definitely talk to them and see what's popping, see what's on there, and how they see about musicians, DJs, artists being affected with mental health. And also next week, we're going to break in some new music. I got a lot of new music to break in. I want to break that in, definitely. So it is what it is. I am your boy, DJ Fly Hype. Stop the Cat podcast. Thank you for everybody pulling up. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed weekend.
I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. Y'all been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. Yeah, I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. Y'all been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. These niggas ignorant, I can't believe they missing it. They tryna keep me at the bottom, I ain't with the shit. I made a power move, oh now they wanna witness it. Hop in the booth and started spitting. Now they listening, cause on my skin they label me as a target. I cannot lose my life before it's even getting started. And once in the jungle, guess it's time that I departed. The way that I maneuver, they keep on calling me Tarzan. I love my melanin, angel heaven sent. I love my daughters, African and Caribbean. That's for my kings, we making it to the promised land. We gon' win this war, time to show them our intelligence. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message. Y'all been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. Y'all been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. See, we gon' change the narrative, we running up a bag. Time to buy the blocking, we gon' pay that on in cash. They tryna stop us, made a pop and double bag. Now I'm making profit in my sleep, now that's a fact. Could've been a lawyer, a fireman, or a doctor. Everybody got a dream, tap in, we make it prosper, yeah. They saying the sky's the limit, we going farther, yeah. I told you I ain't stopping, in me an Oscar, yeah. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. I've been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. I've been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. If you got a dream, go chase that shit. Go chase. Can't nobody tell you that your dream isn't attainable. Not one. Only person that decides your fate is you. And only you. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go get it. It's time. Go chase your dream. Live that dream. And make it a reality. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. I've been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson. I ain't switching up until somebody get the message lately. I've been on a hunt, yeah, I'm out here chasing blessings. I'ma be the greatest, ain't no time for second guessing. I ain't never take an out, cause every out to a lesson.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.